You didn't get any of my eyelashes. Good job, babe. Diane is going to be so pleased with you.
Oh, I adore ya. Yeah, yeah. I would do anything for ya. Girl, I adore ya. Yeah, yeah. I would do anything.
What's up, y'all? This is T.
NK every day.
And today we finna review the Aaron Hernandez documentary on Netflix.
It's crazy.
I forgot what it was called.
Inside the Mind of a Killer, Aaron Hernandez.
Is that what it is?
Documentary.
Something
I think.
like that. Just type in
Don't
Aaron
quote
Hernandez.
me.
Aaron
Yeah.
Hernandez on Netflix.
We'll put it in our description.
We're gonna be reviewing that while applying face masks.
Yay! Oh, I love face masks. So we just went to the store and got face masks. We got the whole metallic collection from Spa-scriptions. So we're gonna find
See what
out.
they talking about.
This one's a charcoal and volcanic ash and I don't know what that word is. Some type of clay. Kaolin?
Kaolin.
Okay, Kaolin. Anyways, it's a purifying one, so I'm kind of it's supposed to be metallic, so we're gonna look like Iron Man, guys.
Nah.
Babe, what'd you think of the
I
Aaron Hernandez?
thought it was pretty interesting, honestly.
It's pretty crazy, huh?
Yeah, the whole.
Is it cold?
A whole bunch of it's freezing. It was like a lot of shit I didn't know like at all.
Right. Like I feel like there was twists and turns.
Yeah.
During the whole thing, like I was like, oh shit. My baby thinks there's gonna be a part 2.
Cause I've seen like stuff on like Facebook and Twitter, and they say that he had a gay lover in jail, and Aaron Hernandez told him about another murder. So like,
that guy's still alive. His quote unquote lover is still alive. So I guess like we're just waiting to see if he talks or
no, because I seen an interview with that guy, and he said that he said Aaron Hernandez confined him because he was gay, you know, so he was pretty much the only person that he talked to about everything because they were lovers, I guess.
Well, I hope that dude talks or is talking because I'm so interested. There's like 2 major things that I want to say. First off, I think it's really sad when people can't live in the lives that like they can't be who they are. So I do somewhat sympathize for him because, you know, it like you can't be a happy person if you can't live like your truth. You know what I'm saying? Like if you had to live in constant fear or like just really like lie about who you are because you're scared, you know, that's not fair to anybody. And it sucks, especially the NFL, because like it explained, like it's so like machified that them men, you know, the ones that do come out gay, like they're hella scared. It takes them a long time.
I mean, nobody's really come out gay until after Hernandez, I think. There's that one dude.
Really? Yeah, I thought there was one before him that came out. Wasn't there one before him, but it didn't end very well. Like I thought that he was kind of made fun of and stuff.
No, so Michael Sam or some shit, he played for Missouri. That's the only guy I could think of, and he didn't even get drafted because he came out in college. And he was like a fucking beast.
He came out as gay
in college.
Oh, before he went to the NFL.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And he didn't get drafted.
He didn't get drafted? That's fucked up. I will say this, it opened my eyes to the NFL too. The NFL is low-key a little cult in society, and
they just want their bread.
They just want their bread. Like, them men don't mean really, they don't mean shit to them. They're just bodies. Like, they're just bodies.
Yeah. Aaron Hernandez, like, I mean, for a lot of the stuff that he was doing, I don't really think it was his fault to an extent. Only because of, like, how he was raised, you know? The stuff he went through, like, he was molested as a kid.
By a babysitter,
By
a
his
male babysitter.
Yeah. And, you know, his dad didn't play that gay shit at all. So, like, he had to hide himself. He had to hide himself from his dad, you know.
He said his words that he quoted were that his dad would beat the faggot out of him.
Exactly.
And, like, that's terrifying.
Exactly. And then, like, and then when his dad passed away, his mom ended up, you know, getting with his auntie's boyfriend.
It was his cousin, his cousin's husband.
Yeah, type shit.
Like a really close family.
Months after, you know, his dad died. So, you know, he sees that. He's like, you know, it's kind of fucking him up more and more. As much as, you know, he's playing football too, getting brain injury after brain injury.
That CTE, I don't remember exactly what that stands for. I'm going to really research that because I'm not going to lie, after watching that, I don't think I want my son to play football until he's like in middle school or college or high school. I mean, when he can like, I don't know, just when there's like more research about it done, and because that's a huge concern. Like,
they said that Aaron Hernandez was he was like the worst. He had the worst case of CTE for his age of 27 years old.
Right.
He was like, fuck, his shit was fucked.
And CTE is like a whole different subject on its own, because it said in the documentary that there's people that still don't even believe in that, but it's scientifically proven, like, that it damages the part of your brain, the forelobe, I think they said, the part of your brain that like is like empathy or reactionary. What else did they say, babe? Like decision making, irrational, like decision making, which is like all of the situations that he was in. You know, I don't know. I personally believe in science, and if they proved it on there, like they literally had a doctor that like proved it, you know, like she was literally, and they donated his brain to science afterwards. So I think that I'm not going to say that it's not his fault. I think every human has, you know, free will and decision making. However, I do think that his brain was not like ours. And I don't think that his capability of decision making was normal. So I think that he was somewhat mentally ill, you know, like on top of the CTE, and then like what TJ said, like how he was raised.
Plus he was spoiled.
Yeah. And then he got right to the NFL.
Yeah.
He had done stupid shit that they didn't even like do anything. He got like slap on the wrist.
Literally, like, so they said in college he could have fucking like pretty much got kicked out. You know,
lost his full scholarship.
Lost his scholarship because he did some dumb shit at a bar, and he punched the owner or some shit.
Yeah,
and,
for asking him to pay his tab.
Yeah, some dumb shit, right? And
watch my eyelashes, baby.
I'm trying to. And they didn't. He didn't press charges because, I mean, he knows the consequences of what would have happened if they would have lost the national championship that year.
He lives in a little college town,
which they won that year. So it's like, you know, he was just giving what he wanted pretty much.
Could you imagine as a business owner, like me as a business owner, and you're in a college town where like, you know, everybody is just really about this football, and being a business owner that then presses charges against one of the lead roles on the star football team, and you know, then what? Everybody in that town deserts you and doesn't go to your business anymore. Fuck that. So that's why he didn't press charges.
The whole
like
college town, like, desert him.
The power that Aaron had behind his name was already so great that like he was already getting away with shit. Yeah. And when people start to get away with things, like when they do get a slap on the wrist, they do think that they're like more and more invincible, more and more powerful, and the things that they do start to get, their agitation starts to increase, and that's scary, you know? I know a couple people that keep getting off with slaps on the wrist. It's just crazy.
That fucking documentary was tight.
We literally sat there for 3 hours.
Yeah, we watched that shit.
Like, if you don't have 3 hours to sit there and watch it, I would like probably not start it, because they're really right when they say that you're not gonna want to turn it off. It's crazy. And then he killed himself.
Yeah. After
Babe, do you think that he killed himself for like his fiance and his daughter, or do you think he killed himself because of like all the mental shit he was going through?
I think it was a little bit of both, honestly.
You want to switch sides?
I think what she's trying to say for his daughter, because like, why? What do you mean kill yourself for your daughter?
Right, that's weird.
So he had a case going on that he had lost a murder trial, and then he had taken it back.
Appealed it.
He had appealed it, yeah, so he could fight it again. And with doing that, it kind of makes him like almost like 50-50 again. Like he hasn't done. He's still
innocent until proven guilty, because he basically if you get I don't know all this shit. There's probably people out there that know better than I do, but basically if you get the opportunity to get a second trial, like it throws your first one out completely.
Yeah, and now you're innocent until proven guilty, and in the interview they said that like there's heard of people like who have killed themselves and they got they won the case.
It's because of there's a certain law, I have no idea what it's called, I can look it up and put it in the description, but there's a certain law in the state that they were in, Massachusetts, yes, where if you become deceased in prison, that while you're in the middle of an appeal, that they then don't charge you for that. So you die basically without that record, because you can't partake in the appeal.
Yeah.
So you're automatically, it's dropped. It's gone.
And we say for his daughter, because in the NFL, you know, he's a convicted killer, so they don't have to pay him.
Yep.
You know, but if he's not, then they have to give him his money, which was $40 million. He just signed a contract for $40 million right before he got put in jail. So that's $40 million going to his family.
Mm-hmm. And he knows by this time he already has life in prison, because he already has one murder charge. Yep. So, you know, he's gonna spend his life in there. So he very well could have, you know, he understands he's not gonna see his daughter again, and he understands that he can't really leave shit besides the house that he bought to his fiance. So if he becomes deceased in prison, then the NFL grants the mother of his child the $40 million of his contract, because he no longer has a record.
Exactly.
Which is what ended up happening.
Yeah. And we don't really, they never said if he ever got the money or not.
Yeah, I think you and I kind of just were like, they had to have gotten the money, because then they appealed it two years later.
2 years later, it came back, and they
the family of the victim.
Yeah, they got that law removed, and
which is pretty bomb, by the way.
Which is dope. And then now Aaron Hernandez is now a convicted killer.
He's a convicted murderer again.
Yeah.
But we're thinking, we don't know if you guys know, tell us in the comments. We're thinking that because it was 2 years after the fact, that the NFL had probably already paid his family out, and I'm pretty sure that the NFL isn't gonna go back knocking on the door and be like, hey, can I get that 40 mil back? Like, that's a one contract season. They're paying, you know, I just feel like that's like kind of chump change to them, so they're probably like, fuck it, you know what I mean? Like, at the end of the day, I do hope that his the mother of his child got to keep the money, because, you know, his daughter is innocent and it's not her fault, like what she was born into, and she has to grow up without a father regardless, and that's really devastating. And you know, money doesn't change that, but it sure fucking
it helps.
You know, it really does. It really does. When you don't have to stress about the bills being paid, it's a whole different kind of stress relief. So
definitely. So
these kind of feel good. It is cold, but it like feels nice. I like it.
Right.
They are kind of metallic-y. We're pretty shiny right now.
And overall, I think you guys should definitely go watch that.
It was a great one.
It was super dope. One of the dopest documentaries I've seen in a while.
We're gonna go wash these masks off in like, I think we have 10 minutes.
Is that what the time is?
Yeah. Okay. We have to leave it on for 10 minutes, wash it off, and then we get to put the gold one on. If you're new to the channel, make sure that you hit subscribe, and also make sure that you turn your notifications on, so when we drop a new video, you get it directly to your phone.
Period. And make sure you like, comment, and share this motherfucker. Period.
Period.
All right, y'all. This was T.
And K. Every day.
Peace.
Peace.
Trying to get high, just make sure that you're there for me, girl. Hold me down, I'll be the first one by your side to pick you up right off the ground.
Ain't nobody really gon' fuck with you like I do, like I do, I do. Ain't nobody really gon' fuck with you like I do, like I do, I do. Lift you high as fuck.